Hello guys, welcome to my latest video. In today's video, you're gonna learn how to make a Battlefield 3 server, not only in LAN but also online. If you follow my channel, my YouTube channel, you may know that I already made a Battlefield 3 tutorial like 3 years ago here. But I decided to make a new tutorial explaining everything more detailed and also using updated files, newer files, and a better version of Battlelog, and the overall server is going to be more stable and better to look at it, and also it's going to work in online. So we're going to go here. We're going to start with this tutorial now. First, we're going to go and open a CMD. We're going to type ipconfig as always. We're going to identify our default gateway and our local IP. So basically, before doing anything, we're going to go and identify our local, the default gateway, this IP. We're going to type it inside whatever internet browser you have. So we're going to go here and enter in this, router configuration page. We're going to go into login here. We're going to go make sure to go to applications and gaming and go into port range forwarding. Make sure that the ports are opened. And also make sure that the ports are opened with the local IP of your computer. Is going to host a server that it's going to be in my example. It's going to be this one, the one that it says IPv4 address. So once your ports are opened, we're pretty much done with that respect. So we're going to go and you're going to have to get these files. Everything is going to be inside the same folder. You can get this folder inside my webpage if you go to the forum, or if you go to my Discord channel. If you click in chat room in my Grabisoftnet.com. So once you have these files, you're going to start by installing Samp. If you see my previous tutorial like 3 years ago, you may notice that this Samp version is different. It's completely different from the other version. So make sure, if you have the other version installed, make sure to uninstall it and install this specific version. Because if you don't, the server is not going to work. So we're going to go and start by installing this Samp. The installation is going to start now. Click yes. Make sure to install every single component here. Next. Install inside your C unit. Next. Okay, next. So we're going to wait a couple of seconds until this program is installed properly. So we're gonna wait a couple more seconds. Make sure, meanwhile, to take your htdocs RAR folder and extract it inside the inside your desktop. Here I have it. So a couple more seconds to go until this program is installed, and let's wait a couple more seconds. And there we are. Come on. Okay. So, all right. So now, select whatever language you use. Here, the only two modules that we're gonna actually use for this server is Apache and MySQL. So let's start both of them. We're gonna go here into our htdocs. We're going to go into our C unit where the Samp was installed. We're going to open Samp folder. We're going to open, this htdocs folder. We're going to make sure to just delete it. Just make sure to have deleted that folder. And just, cut this folder that was just extracted before inside here. So now we should have the htdocs with all these files. So before doing anything, we're going to just minimize this. We're going to go and click into admin, MySQL admin, and this this configuration page is going to show up. So basically what you want to do is go into user accounts. We're going to go and create a new user, add user account. Here we're going to type BF3. Here in any host, we're going to type in local, and here BF3 and BF3. So now we're going to select this one. Just make sure not to select this one and select everything here. And when you click in here, you'll see a little error is going to show up. So basically, this is going to say that you need a folder created here. So we're going to go again into the Samp folder. We're going to go into my SQL, and here we're going to create whatever folder this program is going to tell you. It's going to be a live and inside plugin. So we're going to go into my SQL folder and create a new folder named live. And plug it inside. So basically, we're going to try again. And as you can see, we were successfully, the database was successfully created. So here you can see Battlefield 3, and it's obviously completely empty. So we're going to go here in import. We're going to choose the file, and we're going to go directly into our, installation of Samp into htdocs, and we're going to select the BF3 full SQL. So we're going to go into Go, and all the database, the tables are going to be created. We're going to go and make sure to go to login persona. We're going to go into insert, and here we're going to type whatever user and password we're going to use to validate our server. So for the sake of this video, this is going to be an example. So we're going to go and test at test.com, and password is going to be test as well. So just click and go, and if you go into browse, you should be able to see this test at test.com test. So basically, we are done with this. We're just going to close this. We're going to just close this as well. And we're going to go back into the Samp installation directory, and we're going to go into htdocs. And here we're going to open config. Make sure to place here in the host IP, the local IP of your computer. And here in your host IP external player, you're going to make sure to put your external IP. Obviously, just enable along one, and make sure that this one says localhost Battlefield 3, Battlefield 3, Battlefield 3, and all this configuration is copied accordingly. Okay, so we have basically our battle log configured properly. We're going to go back into the place where you just downloaded the files from our webpage. So basically, you have this. We're going to extract now the Battlefield, the Blaze server, the Blaze emulator. Before doing that, make sure to have all your antivirus disabled. If they are not disabled, as in my case, I have Avira. Just make sure to add an exception. We're going to open antivirus. So depending on whatever antivirus you have, the method is going to vary. But in my case, we're going to go to properties, exceptions, add. We're going to add the Battlefield 3 folder and add here and apply and OK. So that way, the antivirus is not going to recognize Blaze emulator as a false positive, and also it's not going to recognize redirector as a false positive. So we're going to start by extracting Blaze server here. If you extract Blaze server, you should have something like this. Blaze server already extracted, and here you have all these files inside. So we're going to start by configuring this jet. We're going to go into config folder, and I'm going to open config test. So here we're going to type your external IP here in the one IP local server here, and the local IP of the server of the PC that is actually hosting the server that is going to be in red host. Make sure that this one says localhost Battlefield 3, Battlefield 3, Battlefield 3. Make sure to have all these ports already opened inside your router, as you can, as we saw in the beginning of the video. All these ports should be opened. This one as well. So we just close this, and basically we have Blaze server already configured. So now we're going to go into server. This is going to be the server folder. We're going to go again to the files. Here we're going to identify your server rar. It's server version 38. And we're going to extract it as well. And once you extract it, you will see this folder. So inside the server folder, we have all this crap. Basically, when first time you open it, we're going to go in server path Battlefield 3. Here we're going to type the data that we just typed in the PHP myadmin, if you remember well in the beginning of the video. So just type test at test.com, and the password is going to be test. You can choose whatever user and password you want, but make sure that it has to be the same as PHP myadmin. So once you have your server registered, make sure to go to scripts, go to Win42 game. Make sure to have all these configuration parameters already configured, like me. This is the case. So basically, if you go to instance and admin, here you have your map list, but don't worry about this because we're gonna manage all the different maps by a procon. And so basically, these are all the parameters of my server itself. And if you go here, if you go to the server bat, we're gonna edit it and make sure to identify your. Here you can change some characteristic of your server, such as the name of your server, the admin port, and the password admin that you're gonna use. So make sure to remember these values, especially the port and especially the admin password, because we're gonna use it in Procon. So we're gonna minimize this. We're gonna go. We won't close this yet. We're gonna go now, and we're gonna go back inside these files, and we're gonna extract Procon now. So once we have extracted Procon, we're gonna go into Procon, obviously, and open Procon. And I'm gonna delete my collection here, and we're gonna create a new connection. We're gonna put this port 48888. Then we're gonna use the local IP of the computer that's actually hosting the server, which in my case is this one. This is the generic local IP. And the password, obviously, is going to be this password. So password. So now once you hit in connect, you should be able to see your server, but not right now because we obviously didn't start up our server yet. So now we are pretty much ready to start the server. So make sure to have the Apache and MySQL running. You should, by running I mean green and green. Just minimize this as Samp. Now we are ready to launch the Blaze emulator. If everything works fine, you should be able to see this and open the server. So in order to open the server, just click in Start Server Bat. So here I have the shortcut. Should be able to see a white window here. This is the actual game server. Once the server is running properly, you should be able to see here game state that it says in game. So we're gonna wait until the server is properly launched. Just a couple seconds. If it doesn't work, just make sure to to do all this shit again. Just close these two windows and reopen them. So it doesn't, so we're gonna reopen this crap again. As you can see, Blaze server and the Battlefield 3 server. As you can see, the game server is already running. It says in-game, so everything seems to be working just fine. So we're going to minimize this. Now we return to Procon, and you can see that it's in green. We can click in here, and here you will be able to manage your server. If you go to lists, we're going to map list. Obviously, as always, you can change the map by double clicking in here. You can choose whatever map you want, and if you like a particular map here, you can select it and just drag it with this blue arrow, and you can change the map with double click. So we're going to change into Grand Bazaar, double click it, and then you can manage your server by activating different plugins. You can download from the internet different plugins for your Battlefield server. Also, you can manage your server inside your game if you add an account. All that good stuff. We're going to close Procon for now, and last step, we're going to go into the downloaded files again. And we're going to go into client files. Here we're going to open this, and we're going to extract all these files inside your game, your actual game client. So this is the game itself. Battlefield 3 should be like 34.2 gigabytes. If it weighs less than that, it's probably because you don't have your DLCs installed. So you make sure to have the most complete version of Battlefield 3, of the Battlefield 3 game. Don't worry if you don't have the cracked version. You can get the game from whatever, non-Steam or the torrent. And once you have that game installed, just make sure to override the files and make sure to execute redirect to executable. You should be able to see these little windows, setup finished, and basically we're done. So we can close this. We can close this. and we can open this, whatever internet browser you have. So in order to enter our battle log, make sure to put whatever IP you have. You can choose your external IP, whatever external IP you have. All the players that want to join your server can use this in order to enter your server. You can also use your generic local IP or your specific local IP. So as you can see, you can enter the server battle log with all these free options, especially if you are in the computer that's actually hosting the server. These free options is for the computer that's hosting the server. If you are connected in a computer that is connected in the same network, in the local area network, this is not going to work. But these two are gonna work. And if you're connected from an external IP, the only one that is gonna work is this one. So basically, now we're gonna make an account here. We're gonna go in register. I'm gonna make an account. Put whatever mail you want. It could be fake, so it doesn't matter as long as it has @whatever.com. Make sure to click in here, unlock weapons, sign up. And here you should be able to see your battle log account. So if everything works perfectly, you will be able to see your server here, your server listed with all the players that are connected right now. I took the liberty to modify the battle log with my likings, so you can say that it says Grabisoft net and stuff like that. I have to have a big shout out for Bruca, which is the guy that actually made all this possible, especially the battle log. Also Ryuop, that is also a good guy that helped me out with this. And also, obviously, Bshtornado, which is the creator of the emulator itself. So those three guys were essential for the making of this. Also, I have to thank TRON, which also helped me out with the Battlefield 4 server. So basically, this is the battle log. You can see there are a lot of options here. You have the dog tags. It's very similar to the real thing, but the difference is that it actually works with your own server. So basically, if you want to make your server work online, you can go in settings. Make sure to untick this, because otherwise it's going to work in LAN. If you untick it, it's going to work online. And just make sure to save it. I'm also going to make a little, now I'm going to choose a little avatar here. And as you can see, it's fairly customizable. It also has a chat, so you can chat with whatever users are connected inside your server. So that's pretty neat. All the users are going to be listed here. And we're going to see if the server works. So we're going to try and enter the server and see if it works perfectly. First time, don't worry about this stupid error message. So this is the game. You should be able to enter.
Here's the first aid, man.
Okay, guys, I hope you like this little tutorial update. As I said in the beginning of the video, this tutorial was meant to be an upgrade from my first video tutorial about Battlefield 3, because I think this is a better version. So now for the second part of the video, I'm gonna show you a little gameplay demonstration in Leave. with this same computer hosting the server and entering the game, with my secondary computer joining the game from a local network, and a third computer, a laptop, connected but with an external IP, so you can see that it actually works in online. So just stay tuned, wait for the second part, and hope you like this video. Bye. Okay guys, so this is the final part of the video. This is actually a demonstration how the game works, how the game server works in real time. Basically, this is my primary computer that is actually hosting the server. Here you can see that the server is actually running here. And here I'm showing you guys the external IP of this computer, the external IP of this secondary computer that is exactly the same, because these two computers are connected inside the same network. Obviously they are gonna share the external IP, but the local IP is gonna be different from one to another, obviously. And this one, on the other hand, is connected via my hotspot sharing cell phone, so it actually has a different external IP. So I'm connected to the battle log via the external IP of this network. In this computer, I'm connected into the battle log with the regular local IP. And with this secondary computer that is connected to the same network, I'm connected via the local IP of the master computer. So we are connected inside the battle log with different accounts. Everything seems to be working just fine. So before doing anything, just remember to execute the regiter executable in every single computer before doing that. Now, here, as we are connected from an external connection, make sure to go to settings and obviously disable the tick here. Just disable it so you can connect into an external connection. So we're gonna go and join the server here. We're gonna go here and click in the server. Make sure to open it. We're gonna do the same with this one, and we're gonna do the same with this one. So now the games should be minimized. You can open the games, and open the games. I'm gonna maximize this. Sorry guys for this movement. And here, you should be connected into the game. There we go. Enter the game, and enter the game. So here you can see the different users. Grabisoft, MSIPC, and Redman. And this is the Russians. Okay. Okay guys, I hope you liked this tutorial. I thought it was quite fitting to make a new updated version of the tutorial about Battlefield 3 server creation with the latest files. I hope you like it. I hope you have fun. If you want to join a match with me, just make sure to talk with me into the Discord channel. Just go to Bshtornado.com, join the chat room, there is the Discord channel, and we can arrange some cool matches in Battlefield 3. So, I hope you like this video, bye and see you next time.